Pressman from Florida Tennis Magazine. We're here at the Miami Open, right here in front of the Tennis Plaza booth. Actually store, not booth, but it's a pretty amazing place to go look for rackets and equipment, shoes, etc. I'm here with Ivan Rojas.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. And he's with Volkl, one of my favorite racket brands. And I was just looking through the new issue of Florida Tennis, by the way.
That's
and
right.
There's Volkl.
Yeah, get a little thing there.
There's a new racket here called the Vostra, right? Yeah.
Correct, that's a new line of rackets.
And I was familiar with the Feel 9, actually, was a racket that I used to hit with and loved, by the way. And I wanted to hear a little bit about what made the Vostra different, both from other Volkl rackets and from the other rackets in the market today.
Right, so right now we are, as he said, our line of rackets is called Vostra. Vostra was the first name of the company. As a matter of fact, when it started about 100 years ago, it was a combination of Volkl and Stravin. Volkl is the name of the creator. Stravin is the city in which the brand was born. So Vostra is the combination of those is the name combination of those two names. We launched this Vostra collection as an homage for the 100 years of the brand. Right now, the difference between this racket, the Vostra rackets, and the previous frames, which were the V-cell, is the fact that we added our research and development department. We're able to synthesize.
And let me ask you, the V-cell was a technology that you guys kind of pioneered, right?
Correct. The V-cell is a technology that it's added onto the graphite to reduce the gaps or fill in the gaps that are in the graphite when the racket gets cooked.
Right.
Okay, so that actually increases the stability, the flexibility, makes the racket even more durable. And then now with the Vostra racket, we added another element, which is the red cell. So the red cell, basically what it is, it's we were able to make EVA, which is the foam that we all have in our shoes, into a liquid substance to add it onto key elements of the racket in order for it to be even more comfortable, softer, easier on the arm. Okay,
and then one of the things that Volkl is known for, especially amongst very serious competitive senior tennis players, is the ability to take pressure off your arm, your shoulder, and tennis elbow, tendinitis, all the things that players struggle with as they have wear and tear over the years.
Correct.
And I've found, at least for me, having suffered a lot of these injuries that I just mentioned, as I play tennis through the senior kind of ranks, how comfortable the Volkl is to play with. So, is that just the reputation you have, or is it just something that's built into the technology?
No, it's the brand. When it came into the United States, the brand became iconic for having the best vibration dampener for player rackets.
Right.
I mean, for rackets that were played by players in the ATP Tour, the WTA Tour, and that became something that started with the touring players, and then eventually went on to regular players in production rackets. So, iconically, the racket has become that, that brand that it's synonymous with comfort, softness, soft feel, easy on the arm, and it's got a lot to do with the fact that we have the most sophisticated vibration dampening system underneath the grip, attached onto the graphite of the racket. So,
and let me ask you something. After McEnroe retired, did he play with Volkl for a little while?
Right. We have people like McEnroe. We had also Yannick Noah playing with Volkl. We still have some good, let's just say iconic players that play with the brand. Like the other day here, I took a picture with Jiří Novák, who was #5 player in the world. So
for me, as a McEnroe fan growing up, like the fact that McEnroe used that racket after he retired and just as he kind of evolved through the senior ranks and kind of still was doing some damage, I was like, well, if McEnroe plays with it, I'm into it, because he's just like a legend, So
that he really put the brand out on the map in the United States. He really put it out there, because like yourself, he has a ton of followers in the United States, people that like him so much, the way that he plays, you know, and like you said, if he plays with the racket, it's a very good racket, and it is a good racket. As a matter of fact, the racket that he played with, it's called the C10 Pro.
Okay.
We still have that racket in production. It's part of our iconic line of rackets, and we have a light version, and we have a limited edition version, but we still have the C10 Pro.
Okay, and then I know that, you know, it's cool to talk about rackets, but one thing that's cool is I know that Ivan is actually a player himself. And has had a pretty nice time in the junior ranks, right? So
yeah,
you actually did play some tennis, right?
I did that. I did the junior circuit when I was in Colombia. I wasn't the best, but I played with the best.
Okay.
And then, you know, I was sort of a very good to decent player in my region in Colombia. And so I was able to get familiarized with some of the best players in Colombia at that time. One of them is Mauricio Haddad, for example. Of my generation. He was he was one of the 100 players in the world at a certain point when he was a great tennis player on the tour. So yeah, I did the junior thing, and then now here in the United States, I'm more like a 4.5 player.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay. I don't want to get Ivan on the court. I'll just say that for sure. But one thing that you guys should know is definitely demo a Volkl racket. Go to Tennis Plaza. It's easy to demo a racket there. And
Absolutely.
There's some great, there's some great models. Obviously, the Vostra is one that people should check out. You guys have others as well.
Right, of course. Right here we have the Vostra 8 and the Vostra 7. The Vostra 8 is our #1 selling racket in the world.
Oh wow.
It's a twinner racket, 100 square inches, 16-18 string pattern. Obviously, as I mentioned before, our vibration dampener that is applied onto the frame of the racket underneath the grip. And then we also launched in December of last year the new Vostra 7, which is also 100 square inches, but instead of being 16-18, it's a 16-19. So the Vostra 8 will generate a little bit more spin and give you a little bit more depth, but the Vostra 7 will give you a very nice combination of power and control as a twinner racket in the 300-gram area.
Okay, great. And are Volkl rackets at all the Tennis Plaza locations here in Florida?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
great.
Yes, correct. They have the 9 stores. We have them all in 9 stores, including, and also we have them in their in the tennisplaza.com. We have more models there, like the Vostra 9, and we also have the Vostra 8 and the 315 grams, which is the one that most of the players on the tour play with.
Okay, great. Well, so you guys, whatever you do, make sure you go to check out Tennis Plaza. Go check out the Vostra rackets from Volkl. You may be lucky and see Ivan in one of the stores and get a chance to talk to him.
Yep.
He's there, or doing a clinic, which he does every now and then, and sometimes Tennis Plaza will announce it. So I still want to get you on a court at some point, so we'll do a video when you're ready. It'll be very cool, but whatever you do, go check out tennisplaza.com or visit a store and check out Volkl.